You do understand our Earth language?
Of course. This ultra-speaking machine translates telepathically all languages.
Oh boy. Science has advanced here much more than on Earth.
A typical modern science textbook says that 18 to 20 billion years ago, a giant rock somehow appeared that was rained on by cosmic rains from millions of years. Evolutionary scientists teach that from this rock supposedly came all the life on planet Earth.
That's my man throwing down.
Have you been trying to rely on your compliance to science? Or you might just be aligned with a religious alliance? A fight between denying all your bias, defiance, and applying what's supplied by an unbiased eyewitness. Resistance, now why would you deny the existence of Messiah, Jehovah God, the omnipotent, the omnipresent, immaculate, miraculous candidate, fully legitimate, spectacular, infinite. The facts exist, written in texts and passages, explaining evidences with prophetical messages. Resistance to this is senseless, but apparently accepted. Deflecting the truth with just defensive, no adequate arguments. It's all irrelevant, embellishments to quiet the conscience. See, we're hypocrite, embarrassed, we want it ourselves. You know we're arrogant, offensive, pretending we're convinced we're accidents.
World-renowned scientist Stephen Hawking commented that our present computers are less complex than the brain of an earthworm, a species not noted for their intellectual powers. Nobel Prize winner Linus Pauling taught that a single cell, the smallest living unit, is more complicated than New York City.
Have you been making revisions and therefore missing the vision into the wisdom that's predestined and printed and given? Decisions that are driven in intended divisions and arisen through temptation from these other dimensions. Attention to all of you souls who might listen. Envision a world without our sinful intentions. Express your aggression, directing positive missions, and losing your tension by spreading love and affection. Suppressing these blessings, are you invested with legions? Imprisoning deliverance from evil and demons. Believing in lies, you feel rejected and grieving. In need of relief, you want a reason for breathing. A meaning in life, you want a purpose for living. To be born again and never ever forsaken. Accepted by Him and to know you're forgiven. And living eternally forever in heaven.
Darwinian scientists have attempted to explain the process of evolution as a gradual development that takes place over millions of years. Yet some scientists argue that for the building blocks of life, this is simply impossible. Darwin himself admitted that if it could be demonstrated that any complex organ existed which could not possibly have been formed by numerous successive slight modifications, my theory would absolutely break down. Through the 20th century, the complexity of living organisms has revealed itself to be far greater than Darwin ever imagined.
Oh man, we're almost through this first album. Not quite all the way. We're 12 songs in to the first album. Each one of them's got over 15 songs. So lots of music for $25. DestinyLab.com. If you haven't gone there already, you should go there. You guys know all that stuff already though. Okie dokie. Let's see. David said he's going to be a little late probably. He's got a house full of relatives because it's holiday stuff, bird day and all that. Charlie's not going to be here because he's out screwing around, doing whatever. Lance is probably on a plane somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean, I guess, on his way home. Lori said that she would have to finish her words first before she adds in. I'm going to Skype her anyway because I really don't want to do this shit all by myself, man. I mean, if it's just going to be me, I'll play some fucking music. Hi, Sandy. Let's see. Let me back up chat here to say hi to everybody. Hi, L4, N4. We've got a lot of fours in the room.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Well, okay.
Please.
I guess we'll wait on Lori then. Hey, Teddy. What's up, Sandy? I said Sandy already. Hello, Sandy. And that's it. That's everybody that's typing in the room. So that was quick and easy. Okay. I don't like doing the show by myself anymore. I really don't. I did it for like 6 months alone when I first started. I didn't like it then either. Lance was a godsend when he came along and we started doing the cohort thing together, 2 of us, you know. And yeah, I don't like doing it alone anymore. I don't know where Vaughn's at. I sent him a text earlier and I haven't heard back, so he might be busy doing other shit too. Anybody else I can ask to come on? No. Anybody in the chat? Got me on Skype? Want to come on? Shoot shit? Just open for you, right? Oh, hell. What's up, Solo? What'd I do? I could pull up my Twitter, I guess. I haven't really been tweeting for the last couple of days, man. I've been out. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm going to show you guys a video that I took today. My brother Trace, you guys know my brother Trace. I talk about him all the time, right? He's not really my brother, he's my brother, right? Okay. So you guys know Trace. You know of him. You don't know him. He's been sitting in a couple times. He hasn't got on the mic or anything, but he's sat down here a couple times. So anyway, he and I took the 4-wheelers out for we went out on Thanksgiving Day, and then we went out today. Let me pull my OBS up here and see if I can get this window capture. Photos. No. Hey, right on. I can do it. Sweet. All right. So I'm going to pull up this video, or a couple of videos maybe actually, and show you guys some of the stuff we saw today. Some of the stuff we found today. This should be nifty. All right, let me see if I got that up there. Yes, I do. Sweet. Okay. So you guys should be seeing that now. Yeah? Let me jump over here really quick. Oh, hell, you guys are seeing all of that. I might be careful because there might be some pictures on there I don't want you to see. Okay. There we go. Now you guys are seeing it. Should be seeing it. Okay. And I think there's actually audio to go along with this too. So here we go. This is what we found today when we were out walking along the side of Push Mountain. Turn around, wave at me. Look at what we found. Holy smokes. I'm not going to get too far over that edge, but woo! Big canyon. This is the falls too, right there. These are little snippet videos. When the water's really running, it's probably running. You can walk right behind them. Oh, this is fucking beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? That sounds so funny on my iPhone. It doesn't go through all the filters and stuff. So here's the next one. This is like a different shot. The first, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. I hope you guys can see my cursor on there. The first shot, we were walking over here up top, over on the far side there that you can see. And these are the caves that were underneath us. So this is a little bit farther around the canyon. Wow, look, that's where we were walking right there. There's right up the trail. There's a big cave right here. We'll be up here camping soon. But look at the drop off. Probably 200 feet, down. I'm guessing. Whee! Sorry about the train. Cave. Right there. Way off. Cave over there behind those trees. We were trying to find, we got on the 4-wheelers and went farther up Push Mountain a little bit, and we were trying to find the back entrance into this canyon, and we haven't been able to do that yet. But we're still working at it. Found some pretty flowers and stuff. Here's another little video. I think I'll show you. Needless to say, that's my brother Trace.
This is one. There's another. Gotta love Arkansas.
You gotta love Arkansas.
And it's only about 200 feet down to the bottom.
Way down there. I mean, it's just gorgeous. You can't. There's no other words for it. It leaves you speechless when you actually get in there and see what's happening. A little bit more of it. Okay.
What's that?
This is from the other side now. We went around to the right this time. Standing right next to a tree, right on the edge.
All the way down. Apparently there's 4 waterfalls here.
Yeah, we counted 4.
Right there, dude. Don't like the trash down there at the bottom, but
people throw the fucking beer cans and shit off. You know, anybody that's a local around here, you guys ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You know, you really should. You should be ashamed of yourselves throwing trash like that in just a beautiful setting, God's creation. Just pisses me off. So and farther up, we took the 4-wheelers for a ride and kind of scooted around through some seed plots, feed plots, and stuff for the deer, and just some trails back up on Push Mountain. And decided to get off and start walking a deer path that we found on the back corner of one of the big feed plots. And it took us to this here. And we just had, this was all in today. We did all this today. We had the most excellent day today. It was unbelievable.
look what we found back here.
Look at these rock formations.
Another big rock formation. Look at this. Look at this.
We do need
That's water action right there.
Oh yeah, I know. Look at that. That is just the coolest shit. Let me show you another big one. Hang on.
All right, let me show you this next one too. This is water action that did this.
This is just the coolest, man. Look at this. It's not touching the top. Just barely touching the top. That is just the coolest shit.
We climbed all the way up to the top of this thing and
beautiful back in
around.
here, brother.
It was fucking gorgeous.
This was so worth it.
It was. Trace, if you're watching this later, I don't know if you're watching it live. I don't think you got the connection to be able to watch it live, but it was completely worth it, man. Here's Trace standing up on top of that rock formation. Just a beautiful day. You know, the sky was clear blue. They weren't chemtrailing today for whatever reason. I hope they ran out of fucking chemtrails, you know, to be honest with you. But it was just a beautiful day. Now, further along the walk, here's what we found. I want you guys to see what we found out here, walking through, following a deer trail. I recorded this for all y'all.
This is a natural fissure in the ground. Whoop, get my finger out of the way of the camera.
Show them how square those damn things.
I am getting down here.
It's probably 2 feet deep. It's an obvious split.
Looks like it's saw cut.
There's giving an idea how long it is.
It's just flat, smooth. Hang on, let me get back here again. It's probably 20 feet, 25 feet. Just a straight crack in the ground.
And it goes on
So you
up.
can see the tectonic shift. I mean, it goes all the way up that way.
The FEMA grave.
Yeah, we'll find the coffins up around the corner.
We just had an awesome day today, man. I thought I'd share it with you guys. Big spiral of rocks he saw on the ground. This is just like a natural formation, but they're all laid down like dominoes. Tick, 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 all the way around by his feet and around. It was cool. It's going to be a cool fungus hunt. I can't wait till next spring. It's going to be an awesome fungus hunt. All right, that's enough of that bullshit. Back to my ugly mug. Blah. Did I scare you? All right, anybody on Skype yet? Gosh darn it. Come on, Lori. Excuse me. Come on, Lori. No. Dink. try David. See if he answers. I don't want to bug him while he's got family and shit over. I won't do that. Well, hell. Anybody want to come on? Anybody? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it was an awesome day just walking around out in the woods, you know. And once you get to a certain spot on Push Mountain, you don't get a signal anymore. I don't give a shit what carrier you're with, you just don't get a signal. And that was even better, you know. Still had the fucking phone in my pocket because, you know, you get that leash effect and you can't leave the house without it, right? Without turning around. You could be 6 miles up the road and, oh shit, I forgot my phone. Yeah, everybody's experienced that, right? So had my phone in my pocket, but there was no dings from the mail coming in. There was no texts bugging me. There was no phone calls. It was just a beautiful day in nature. And I got to record some cool shit for you guys, man. And actually on the ride, I had my Zeal goggles on, my camera goggles on. So sometime tomorrow, maybe Monday, I don't know, I'm going to edit that shit together and get it put up on YouTube on the channel here under my rides section. So you guys can check all that out too. You can check the rides out too. Hopefully, I was doing it to make Lori jealous, to get her ass down here with her four-wheeler so we can go out and hit the trails with her. So that's the main reason that I recorded all that, was to make her jealous. So we'll see if it works. Anyway. Yeah, actually, you're right, Sandy. That crack in the ground, you know, it was 2 feet deep to the rocks that were in the bottom of it. I have no clue how deep it went. You know, we've looked into some caves that were an easy 15 or 20 feet back underneath the shale, you know, underneath the shelf of rock. So I don't know. I don't have any clue how deep that crack goes. It's full of rocks now and sand and debris and whatever. That was in actually a wash, a river wash. When the rains come through and stuff, that's all, you know, 6 feet deep in water. So it's very, very cool, man. I mean, it was just, once you get out on Push Mountain, you're like in a whole different world, right? There's nobody around. We ran into a couple of hunters when we were out on the four-wheelers and turned around and left them alone because we didn't want to scare off all their game or whatever. But there wasn't any, you know, the other day, Thanksgiving Day, we actually ran into a couple people that were dragging around their horse trailers and went out trail riding on their horses out there, because the trails are open for four-wheelers and horses and walking and whatever. You know, we actually ran into a Jeep coming back to the truck on Thanksgiving Day. So if your shit can fit, you can go down it. It's really cool. It's a whole different world. Love it. I love living around here. Let's see. Is that a natural formation or man-made? It almost looks like a Sawyer's pit. Yeah, it kind of did. You know, I mean, it kind of did. But if you know the area around here, it's tectonic. There was no. Yeah, I don't think it was a Sawyer's pit. There's no remnants of any mills anywhere around there. Well, I mean, if you saw the area, you'd know it's natural. It's all natural. There's shit sticking up out of the ground that you're like, where the hell did that come from? You know, there's rocks in the middle of a open field. Where the hell did that come? You know, it pushed up out of the ground. So. Oh, man. Somebody has got to come on Skype. I can't do this alone. This is a horrible fucking show tonight. Horrible. It's gonna be the first 10 minutes are gonna be just bleh. Oh shit. 20 minutes now. Damn, we're 20 minutes in already? I can't believe all that took 20 minutes. Me running my mouth and stuff. All right, I guess I gotta pull up my Skype thing. Shit. Hang on a second. My Twitter thing, I guess. See if I put out anything over the last couple of days we're talking about. Video. A U.S. Navy aircraft with 11 on board crashed south of Okinawa. That's from RT. That happened on the 22nd, 3 days ago. Shit. See, I haven't been, for the last 3 days, I haven't been focusing on anything on the computer except my YouTube videos, the YouTube people I like to watch or whatever. Essential Craftsman, Jimmy DiResta, Makers Central, all that shit. I do all that kind of stuff. And straightening up the house and cleaning up the yard and running around in the four-wheeler and messing with the dogs. And it's been a different, I don't know if you guys can tell on the radio or not, or watching me on the video or not, but I'm different. Trace actually made a couple of comments today about how much I've changed in the last month or two. Not just because Mom's gone and things are just different now, but I'm more calm. I'm more at ease with myself. I'm not stressing on anything anymore. I'm not stressing on anything. Nothing. So it's been super, super cool getting my house in order and finishing up all the half-done shit around here that's been sitting around for 3 years or more, and getting the house organized and getting rid of some furniture so it's not so cluttered, and just it's been like a cleansing, and it changed me, not just the house. It changed me, and that was really, really needed. It was really needed. So, and it's like I've got with just with Mom being gone, it's like I've got less of a what is it? I don't know. I don't want to say stress, because I never really stressed over my mom. I did, over her health and stuff like that. But I mean, she wasn't a stress on my life. I did it all by choice. So I don't really want to. I'm not comfortable using the word stress. It's just, I don't know. I've got less irons in the fire, if you will, and I'm just not worried about anything. I'm not worried about money. I'm not worried about anything. I'm fucking broke, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just not worried about it. Yah provides everything. And, when I need it, when I really need it, it comes around. So it was, it's been a good couple of weeks, really good couple of weeks. And everybody around me sees a change in me. So that's a plus. That's a big plus. Oh, set that thing down. Oh, man. So I don't have anything on my Twitter feed to talk about. What do you want? You guys want to watch some videos? Like play some videos or something? Oh, let's see. What are you guys talking about in the room, man? Read the news, then play some music, Sandy said. Pulling O'Reilly. We're doing it live. Damn it, we're doing it live. Yeah, fuck it, we're doing it live. That was one of the most epic clips I've ever seen of that douchebag. Less responsibility. Yeah, I guess, that too. I mean, the only responsibility I got now is me and my dogs. And, if I turn them loose, they can fend for themselves. Well, maybe not Tippy, but Angus would love it if I just let him go. He'd come back around when he got really hungry and couldn't find anything to kill, but, yeah, I kind of put it on myself. And I did it by choice, though. It wasn't anything. I don't regret any decisions that I made. I don't regret moving down here. I don't regret anything that I've done since I started taking care of her, because I did it all for her, and she knew it. When I first got back to Illinois to start taking care of her, she still had most of her faculties. She was a little slower and couldn't remember a few people's names and stuff, but she was still driving and all that good shit. So, but 7 years, a little longer than 7 years later, and here we are. So, the last stages really went fast. They went fast. Even the nurses commented how fast the last couple of stages went. So, it was all for the best, though, because she was just, miserable every day with the itching all the time and picking at herself, and it was just, you couldn't tell it. She didn't act miserable, but you could tell it. You just knew, not knowing where you are from day to day and who's taking care of you, or, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So, here we are now, right? 30 minutes into the show, and it still sucks. Oh. What sucks, Tony? Yeah, you know, sometimes life does. But you live through it and it makes you who you are, right? It changes who you are. It makes you a different person sometimes. So that's the way shit goes. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay. Let's see. Somebody's got to come on Skype. Hello, somebody. David, please. It's been 25 minutes. He said a little late, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to bug him while his family's there, man. But he won't answer, right? I mean, if he doesn't want to come on, he won't answer. Or he'll say, not yet. Lori, let me go over here and tell her help. Help! I'm solo. We're getting ready to get the voice from David. The person you are trying to reach is not available. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm just, we're going to play another song, right? Until I can, oh, wait a minute. She answered back. She said, okay, hold tight. No answer from David. Yay, I'm going to wait till I see her turn green, and then I'll be happy. What? No, you're not going outside. Because then there wouldn't be anything going on for them, and I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't leave them hanging. Lori. Oh, fucking thing sucks. Yeah, that's right, Tony. He did. That guy was going off, man. He must have done a couple of rails before he went on the camera, because he had all kinds of energy for us old motherfucker, because he was old back then, right? So yeah, him and his ego didn't fit in that suit together. That was an epic clip, man. What do you guys want me to talk about while we're waiting for somebody else to come on Skype? There she is. Ding. Sweet. Doink. Skype. Ringy dingy. Ringy dingy. What do you want us to talk about? Tell me in the chat. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to ask Lori about? We got to have something we can. Hi. Did you have a good bird day?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
It was still ringing while you were talking.
Your Verizon kicked in.
I don't have Verizon.
Yeah.
Or, well, not yet anyways.
Good. How was your bird day?
I was on the road.
Were you?
We went up to Toledo.
Oh, well, spent it with family, right? Got some good food and stuff and all that?
Sure.
Oh. Okay. Did you go back to the hospital or?
No.
Oh. Okay.
They brought her out to the house.
Oh, well, okay.
So how was your turkey day?
It was excellent, man. I just went over.
All day?
Hell no, man. I was out running around on the 4-wheeler.
Were you?
I just played some videos for everybody else in chat and because I didn't have anything else to do except show off what I did for the last couple of days. And Trace and I went out today and found another epic spot. Two epic spots. And I took videos and stuff. And I had my Zeal goggle camera the whole time for both days too. So I'm going to stitch all that together and put it up on YouTube to make you jealous.
You bastard. I'm leaving Friday with my 4-wheeler. I'm going to South Carolina.
Yeah, but that's not Arkansas. So
It isn't. Well, that'll have to wait until after the snow flies, probably.
Oh, fuck. The snow flying makes it more epic down here, right?
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Whatever. Yeah, make your excuses. It's cool.
I got another book to get out, actually 2 that I'd like to get out.
You're writing now, so there you go. It shouldn't take any time at all.
It's not that easy.
Oh, come on. The shit flows out of you like, oh, never mind.
you.
actually cleaning up. I was just talking to everybody in the chat. See, you missed out on so much by not coming down for the first half hour. I was telling them about me getting my house in order and stuff. And during the cleaning, I actually uncovered one of your books that was accidentally buried under some other stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice that you take care of things.
Autographed. It's in pristine condition because it was covered by 4 inches of dust.
That makes me feel so much better.
So, no, it got kind of shuffled underneath a couple of other things that and stayed there, and I forgot about it. And,
that's okay.
But it's cool because it's autographed and stuff, and I got it sitting up on my shelf in my room now.
Yeah, but you bitched because you couldn't read it because of my handwriting.
Your handwriting, yeah, you should have been a doctor.
Why I type.
Speak and spell, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome sauce. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about? You want to watch some videos? I can play them back for you.
Of what?
Of my epic rides?
No, you can send them to me.
They're way too big for that.
Oh.
I mean, I can email them to you probably, but they're way too big for that. I mean, some of them are like 20 minutes. So.
Nope. I'll be surprised when I bring my 4-wheeler over.
Okie dokie, fine. Then that means I'm going to leave the video on private then, or just have you banned from watching it on YouTube so that everybody else can see it, but you can't.
Such a bastard. What? Why did I beat my ass to come over here and talk to you?
Because you love me.
Treated. Well, I do, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Well, we can get into it if you want to. We still got 90 minutes of show.
I don't think they want to listen to us fight.
No. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, we could pretend like we're Dave.
I pulled my Twitter feed up, but I guess I could do RT news or whatever, but I pulled my Twitter feed up and it was just non-existent because I've been doing other things over the last few days.
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention either.
Yeah, I mean, I caught a couple of headlines earlier today when I sat down this morning when I woke up, but other than that, I am
designing the ultimate farm right now and coming up with ways to protect a 300-acre farm. So that's what I've been working on all day.
That sounds epic in itself.
Well, the premise of the book is Alpha Farm, so I decided that.
I mean, is it crop farming, or are they cattle tending, or because that's animal husbandry? That's not farming, really. That's ranching.
Well, one of my goals is to move back to the farm that I grew up on, which ironically is in Ohio, where the book is set, and 300 acres, ironically, and a lot of the adventures in there, are pulled from my memory of the farm. So we had some stuff going on in the nearby town, and wanted to. So the first book was getting to know everybody and the characters. The second book was dealing with internal conflict,
which I haven't got a copy of it yet, by the way.
Yeah, I don't either. So get over it. Okay. But we don't ever talk about that as preppers or survival people. Is that internal conflict that you have to deal with. We're always talking about, how much water we need and how much food we need, and all that. But very rarely does the topic of, knowledge prep and mindset. I know you and I've talked about that a few times, but, we don't talk about that enough, in my opinion, because if we don't have that, we're fucked anyways.
We got 90 minutes of show, man. You want to talk about it tonight?
We can, if you want.
Okay, let's dive in. That means you. Mindset. Okay. Well, I mean, like, where are you taking this book? Or I mean, what kind of mindset are you?
Say.
Well, no. I mean, you can generalize. What kind of mindset are you talking about? Are you talking about what you need to survive, to keep the farm running, or
No, more like, some of that comes into play again. In the first book, I brought up binders that they use to keep track of everything, and what needs to be done when, and all of the information to keep going, which came into play in this book too. But more like that switch you have to flick, that the bad guys already live in. They're already dealing with
because they've been training to do what they're doing, right?
And we don't.
Right.
We have a normalcy bias that we live in. We don't want to go there. because then we have to answer questions that tear us apart sometimes.
And it brings reality to the forefront, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is really happening.
Right. And what happens if somebody within your prepper group is somebody that needs dealt with?
Better Dick Arnold.
One of the first radio shows I ever did, a lady came on that I interviewed, and she was in a survival group, and her husband's, with multiple other families, not just blood relation.
Right.
But her husband's best friend in that group raped her.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So you got to find out.
What do you do?
You got to find out a place to buy to bury the body. You got to find out someplace you can buy about 150 pounds of lime or hog farm.
Is it that easy though? What if he's the only one that has any kind of medical training?
Too fucking bad.
What if you have a sick kid? Yeah, it's not that easy.
You can shoot his pecker off, right? And then just stitch the hole shut. Hope he doesn't bleed out.
Well, how does that change the dynamics of your group? What do you do? How do you protect other people?
My dad always said with people like that, you should split their bag and put their foot through the hole, which is kind of graphic, but to the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could let the fucking guy live. I don't know. That'd be like, raping your kid. It's not. It's goodbye.
Yeah, but we have such a mentality nowadays where
you can find another doctor.
I personally, as a female, I see it that rape is not talked about. It is put on the victim.
Most of the time, yeah. They're like, what were you wearing? Where were you at? Were you drunk?
Yeah.
That doesn't give you any right, man. That doesn't give you any right.
Well, yeah, but you have, some sense of ethics there where, that doesn't float nowadays as much as it used to.
Sad, huh?
Yeah. It is.
Tony said Toledo's cold.
In Toledo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the hearts of the people that live there.
Affecting the weather. Sourpusses. Did you live in the city when you were coming up?
Growing up?
Yeah.
Me? No, I lived at a farm.
Well, yeah, but Toledo, I mean, that's a city.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in Toledo. I grew up on the complete opposite side of the state.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Never mind then.
Down in a little town called Sheridansville in neighbored on Tuscarawas, Harrison, and Carroll County.
Awesome. Now the NSA knows the coordinates of your family location.
You know what? If the NSA was doing their job correctly, they know already.
Yeah. I tell that too. There was. Oh no, I'm not even going to go into it. Fuck it. That's a whole nother story. Maybe for another show. Okay, so mindset. What do you want to kind of focus on? You want to talk to the people about what it's going to take to flip the switch to be able to pull the trigger on somebody, or beat
what
their
is
ass,
it gonna take?
Tape them to a tree, and flog them with a fucking cast iron pan, or because people need that from time to time too.
Do we exert that much energy on them? But did they deserve
if you need a good workout,
a fair trial? What if somebody's lying? You now become judge, and jury, and executioner.
No, and it's how that's a good thing to probably a topic to get into too. How's the justice system going to go after shit hits the fan? What's the legalities of doing? Are you going to make
because I get to create my own little world.
Yeah. That's going to be kind of fun to live in, huh?
I don't know.
What would you? Okay, so say that. Let's throw some questions around then. So say post shit hits the fan. You got your little community, about 35 people, right? A couple of kids involved, and a couple of single moms, and some family units, and whatever. And then one day, one of the chicks comes up to you and says, "Hey, Lori, I got to tell you, Billy Joe, who's he, what's it over there, touched my hoo-ha last night, and I didn't let. I said no." What are you going to do? Are you going to question him and question her? Are you going to, question them both together at the same time, or how would you handle that situation?
That's just it. In my immediate group, I wouldn't doubt her word because I have that trust in her. But then again, wouldn't you know? I would think you would know if somebody was a little off kilter within your group.
You would think so.
But then again, I've been surprised.
Jeffrey Dahmer's neighbors thought he was a cool guy.
Yeah, but that's a neighbor. That's not somebody you live with, 24/7.
I see you back there, Angus. You're not going outside for a while.
I see him.
Yeah. He was on camera just a minute ago going, "Hello." He does that when he wants to go outside now.
That's because he hears me. He's saying, "Hi, I miss you."
He can't hear you. I got you in my ears.
Oh.
He heard me tell him no, though. That's why he's looking at me. I can feel him staring at the back of my head.
You bastard.
You'll get over it, man. Woof. Back up a little, Angus. Everybody wants to see you. He ain't gonna do it. All right, so you'll catch a shot of him when he walks back by. Anyway, so you just take her word for it, I mean, what if the guy was like, "That's bullshit, man. She's just pissed off at me because I didn't give her my apple."
Your apple? So how well can you really know somebody else?
I don't know, because I mean, there's stories, and I know from personal experience that you can live with somebody for a while and not know them.
Yeah, tell me about it. Right. Lived through that one firsthand.
Right. Hey, y'all, Chris Rogg, new music channel. Send up. Oh, what's up, Chris? Welcome to the show, brother. I ain't seen you for a while, I don't think. Okay, keep going. How would you handle it? I mean, would you take him out and pop him in the back of the head, or how would you handle it?
Well, me being me, I would just get them both together and just confront them at the same time. I don't get into the he said, she said kind of thing. I'm not into that. So, it would be both together at the same time.
Right.
But then you got to think about, if you kick, let's say he did do it, and you need to protect your children and other people's children because they might have young, females in the group. And
right.
So now all of a sudden you've got this guy who, maybe you determined for no reason that he attacked her. She wasn't leading him on. She was just somebody else in the group. And, so you've identified the fact that he can't control himself. Right. So the normal response would be to kick his ass out. But then you've got a lone wolf out there with, an axe to grind that you have no idea where he's at or what he's planning on doing or anything like that. Then what do you do? Or is it safer to keep him quarantined within your group?
Hence the splitting his bag and putting his foot through it. I mean, if you do something like that, then the guy's going to be self-identifiable. You see him hobbling around, holding onto his dick. What's left of his dick.
You have the medical knowledge to be able to not let him bleed out?
I wouldn't, I wouldn't really care, to be honest. And that's just us, right? I mean, that's just us because that's our moral values. You just don't let people get away with shit like that. You just don't. I don't give a fuck what kind of knowledge he's got. He could be the grand poobah of who fucks a Stan. I don't care, right? I'm gonna cap it.
Titles don't matter at this point. We've lost titles.
Well, yeah, but you're saying
what if you have a kid that's sick and you need this guy?
Go find another one.
He has the medical
Go find
knowledge
another
you
one.
need.
Go find another guy. Go find another doctor. Fuck him.
You are in the middle of a down grid. There is no other doctor.
You don't know that. You might turn the corner tomorrow and there's 5 of them. Broke down in a bus, said, "Hey, man, we were headed for the hospital and couldn't make it. Can you give us a lift?"
You're going to risk your child's life.
I don't know. If keeping him around, and tell me if I'm wrong, people, please in the chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Keeping him around is putting her at risk too, or him, or whoever, right? I mean, and plus others.
But then it comes down to the severity of the crime. You're not going to die from rape. I mean, it hurts emotionally,
mentally,
and all of that.
Yeah, it depends on how the person takes it, right? I mean, it could crush them.
Okay, but you're offsetting that versus him not being able to take give you the knowledge that you need to take care of your child.
You know, I don't know, man. I throw out scenarios to you, and you're like, I don't know. So I'm telling you the same thing. I don't know. It would have to be. I
don't think any of us really know.
Yeah, you'd have to be stuck in that situation. Yeah, you'd have to be put in that situation to know exactly how you'd react.
Well, you could attach him to someone. I mean, you're going to have to become judge, and jury and executioner. So you will have to, and I know we've talked about it. You're going to have some kind of dynamics within the group. That if this happens. Those are those things, those scenarios that you need to talk about with your group beforehand. If somebody does this, what will happen?
L4 says house arrest. N4 says castrate him. And L4 says me too, shoot him. So, he agrees with me. Just shoot him. Fuck it. Just shoot him. I don't know. The house arrest thing, look, if you found the cat guilty and you lock him in a closet until you need him to help somebody with his medical knowledge, what makes you think that he's probably just going to walk out and go, fuck that guy, let him die. You guys got me locked in a closet all the time. Fuck you.
Oh, what makes you think he's going to give you the truth with the medical stuff anyways?
Exactly. So that's why I said, shoot him. You find him guilty, you know he's guilty, dead to rights guilty, right between the eyes, baby. Goodbye. Don't have to feed his ass no more. Don't have to worry about him fucking with somebody else, right? And, there's just, I don't see any negative to it.
So how big, when is your group too small and when is your group too large?
I think one is too small. And coming from me, that's saying a lot because I used to think that I could do this all on my own, right? But I know now, no man's an island. You got to have friends.
I remember those days.
Gotta have, so.
I'm the lone wolf. I don't need no fucking nobody with me. I'm just going to do this all by myself.
I got the majority of it done by myself, but I know that I'm not going to be able to sustain that I need to be around people. As much as I hate people, I need my friends. I need that camaraderie. I'm not saying I need them to survive.
How many too much? And I'm not talking about for you personally, but in a group dynamic.
As far as a prepper group, I would say that 20 is plenty. Because the more mouths, the more there is a chance of shit getting out to other people, knowing all your shit, right? And plus, just the mere fact that you're going to be working immediately with limited resources. So the more people that you got to try to take care of, it's just going to go south, man. It's just going to go. There's more conflict. There's more strife between people. The more people you got, the more attitude you're going to get from. I'm just saying, 20 is a bunch. As far as I'm concerned, I would like it to be closer to 10. I think 10 is a really good prepper group. Because you're not trying to run a battalion, right? I mean, it's just, you don't want 150 motherfuckers running around I don't know. That's just too many people.
Do you go by bodies or do you go by knowledge? What if your 10 people don't know jack shit other than they have muscle?
Then what are they doing in your prepper group? You know what I mean? You get some things are just self-explanatory.
What if you were on your way to visit me and you got stranded somewhere in, say, Illinois, and you had to come together with a group real fast? Okay, so you don't know who you're dealing with.
That's not the scenario. The scenario is your group. So I'm speaking for your group, my group.
Yeah, but not everybody out there is going to be able to put one together or know how to put together one.
Then that's what we're talking about right now, man.
Or what if there's not a doctor that's available in your area?
Why are you stuck on a doctor all of a sudden?
I don't know. Because to me, that's one of the most important people within the group. Somebody with medical knowledge. Because
don't you have medical knowledge?
I can't take somebody's liver out.
Part of your skill. Hey, you know what? If it comes to something like that, they're probably not going to survive that surgery any fucking way. So, the medical knowledge that you're going to need post shit hits the fan is how to set breaks in bones, right? Maybe how to dig out a bullet and stitch a wound closed. But if it's an abdominal wound or any kind of wound in the chest cavity, the dude's fucked, man. You might live for a while in a lot of pain, but you're probably going to be fucked because there's not going to be a hospital setting. You're not going to be able to perform field surgeries and shit.
I don't know. I don't think the grid's going to go down as badly as most people think. You watch.
I can tell you this right now, girl. When the grid goes down, if you think that your doctor is going to show up for work just so he can listen to you bitch at him for stitching him up, that ain't going to happen. That hospital's going to be empty. The power might be on, but there ain't going to be anybody fucking walking. No.
Oh, there will be some.
You're dreaming. You're dreaming.
No, I'm not. Because
when everybody figures out that there's not going to be any food at the Piggly Wiggly tomorrow because there's no trucking, they're not going to worry about their fucking jobs. They're not.
But they have. That's just it. If you study past scenarios, the hurricane that came through Florida.
That's not.
I got into it on. Okay, I understand that they think that it's
an
going to end.
entire grid down situation where they know it's not coming back.
In my opinion, we're not going to have an entire grid down situation unless the sun blows up. Oh, yes, we
will. No.
You don't think?
They have got to take down the internet. They have got to do it, and the only way to do that is to shut the fucking switch.
Why? Why do they have to take the internet down? What did I miss?
Because people are entirely too lippy for them now. The information flows at the speed of light or faster. They're taking down YouTube channels every day.
But they don't have to take the grid down to shut the internet down.
Oh, yeah, they do. Because otherwise the people are going to be like, well, why the fuck is the computer not working? If we got power, we got lights. No, they don't now. They're going to do it because they want everybody to get they want everybody to get all kinds of fruffled, and they want them to go out in the streets and start killing each other. That's their population control. That's the ultimate. It's easier to kill a million motherfuckers than to feed a million motherfuckers, right? Who said that? Kissinger? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see the entire grid going down at all.
You're dreaming.
Well, I might be.
It might not be worldwide, but it's going to happen in this country. I promise you.
I just don't see that happening. And, like I said, when we had the Cat 5 hurricanes coming up through Florida, I got into it online with some people because they're like, I can't leave. And I'm telling these people, get the fuck out of there, and they're like, I can't. They've got homesteads with animals on them that they can't get out of there. They work in hospitals that they can't evacuate the patients from. And these people are, bless their hearts, they're in it.
I'm telling you, when they realize that their refrigerator at home is empty, they're not going to give a shit about that patient.
By then, it's too late anyways. And they're probably not even going home. They're probably living at the hospital.
Oh, they're just going to abandon their families?
Most of them don't even... Well, I wouldn't say most of them. The good ones don't have families anyways because they spend all their time at the hospital to begin with.
I'm telling you, girl, you're dreaming. But, hey, it's a lovely dream.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so what else besides a doctor do you think that you need in your prepper group?
Are we filling slots, taking applications?
Well, no, I'm not taking applications because we're too far apart. But, I'm just thinking, you said that some people don't have the wherewithal to get one together. Here you go. People start making a list. These are the people that you need to try to associate yourself with and find like-minded individuals in these specific areas.
Okay. Well, let's start with a physician. And I'm talking...
Don't look for a leader. Don't look for a leader. Don't.
No. You need somebody that has medical knowledge, and you're going to have to take what you get dealt. I guess you're not going to have a general physician or a surgeon or look for somebody in naturopathy.
If you can, or if you can find an ambulance worker.
EMT.
Those guys are pretty good. Yeah, EMT, somebody from the fire department.
A veterinarian.
Well, yeah, because they got to go through all that to be a doctor anyway, you know.
Yeah,
so.
And they have supplies.
Right.
Yeah, so anybody with any kind of medical, and then
plus they're going to rub you behind the ears and stuff as they're giving you shots, and that's always feels good, you know.
Yeah, share the knowledge. They need to start classes and teaching each other their knowledge.
Yeah, okay? That was my big thing. Go out and buy some first aid books.
You know, if you get a veterinarian, you got animal husbandry there, which in my opinion is going to be important. You have to, you know, when you think about preparedness, in my opinion, I look at replication. What can I not replicate? That's where I purchase things. But what I can replicate is, you know, your long-term stuff. So like food supply, you got your immediate stuff that you don't have to think about as soon as the grid goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Your cans of ravioli, your cans of Spam, that's your immediate food because you're going to have to worry about other things right then. So then you've got your next step up from food, which is your, you know, 5-gallon buckets of pinto beans and, you know, wheat berries and stuff. And you better know how to cook it. But then how are you gonna replicate that? How are you gonna replace it? So now you have to learn how to grow crops and have animals and take care of them and all that loveliness.
First, you got to find them.
What? The animals?
Yep.
Well, if you're smart, you already got them started.
What if you had to bug out? You're going to pack your horses with you, right? I mean, you're not going to pack your pigs or your chickens or, you know, what if you had to bug out?
Well, you know, look at what you can take with you. You know, can you take...
You're going to try to bug out with Noah's Ark?
I have no problem with that. But then again, you know...
All right, everybody, on the bus!
But people look at, well, I can't take my cows. Well, let's think about that. What's better, cows or goats? Goats are better all the way around, in my opinion.
Smaller.
You know?
Better milk.
Well, their milk's not acidic like cow's milk is, so it's better for you.
Right.
You know, you can still get the benefits of the meat. You can eat them if you have to. You can make butter. You can make cheese.
You can eat a cow, too.
Milk. You can make what?
You can eat a cow, too. I mean, granted, they're 2,000 pounds versus
I know, but if you look weigh apples and oranges there, cows eat so much more than goats do.
True, you can feed goats tin cans and shit. They'll eat those.
I wouldn't do that.
It's garbage disposal. Just throw the shit out the window. Anyway, go ahead. But, you know, but still back to what I'm saying, man. Are you going to run around with a truckload of goats and chickens and ducks and, you know...
Well, you need a load of them. You just need one or, you know, obviously two.
So you are going to go cruising around with Noah's Ark.
What do you need, though? I mean, seriously, do you need a pig? Do you really need a pig?
Bacon's really tasty.
It is, but you can live without it.
True, and you can find wild hog. So.
Yeah.
But you can also, I mean, when you're bugging out, wherever you're going, might have chickens and all that shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got a cough. There, I'm better.
But how do you feed them without going to the pet store and picking up a bag of food?
Turn them loose. Let them eat their own shit, right? Just tie them to a rope and let them walk around the yard.
You gonna tie a chicken to a rope?
A small one.
What about your dog?
Small rope.
You can't get your dog chow. How are you gonna feed him?
Squirrels.
Yeah, everybody and their brother's gonna be hunting.
Not around this motherfucking part. There ain't a whole lot of people around here. That's why I keep telling you folks, you need to get out of the big cities. If you are still east of the Mississippi, you have got entirely too many neighbors. I've been saying that for 7 years that I've been on the air. Get yourself out of the cities. Get yourself away from huge population centers. Get yourself into the middle of the woods where you can survive.
There's not many places, in my opinion, that you are going to go west of the Mississippi. Other than
everything west of the Mississippi is prettier than shit east of the Mississippi.
Oh, please.
Please my ass. Unless you get into upstate New York. Or maybe the Appalachians. I give the Appalachians credit, man. Tennessee and Kentucky, y'all got some beautiful country over there. But other than that,
I like Ohio. Southwest Ohio, or Southeast Ohio.
Yeah, so
now,
everybody in the northeast, and south, they're all going to head for that direction. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people. 2/3 of the population of this country live east of the Mississippi. Do the math.
They're all going to head to Florida. Are you kidding me? They're going to Disney World.
Okay. It's. I guess it's just your mindset, man. You whatever. Good
there
luck,
ain't
good
no
luck
way
to you.
any of these people that are east of the Mississippi are going to make it across Montana, the Dakotas, Idaho, Nebraska, Kansas, or any other place like that. It isn't going to happen.
Oh, hang on, I got to read some of the stuff out of the room here. Oh, let's see. A doctor in the group's pretty important. True that. Take Facebook away, and half the world would go crazy. That's true, N4. That's true as hell. That's so true that, yeah. L4 says somebody that can cook. Get a veterinarian. Yeah, we mentioned veterinarian. That was Sandy's comment. N4 says have a manual can opener. Hey, you can open cans on a rock if you know how to do it right.
Mm-hmm. Or a knife.
Yeah,
or
Google
China,
that.
Or the sidewalk, or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. My dog eats rice. L4's dog eats rice. Tony says have bleach to sanitize water. Yeah, but that bleach is going to run out sooner or later, brother. Let's see. Tony says go to your local pet store and ask if you can kill the birds that are diseased and dying for food. They got some parakeets down at Petco.
He said, well, that's a good thing to get used to killing things.
Oh, yeah, that's true. L4 says, I'm safe in Indiana. Old Marine lives here.
Yeah, he's not too far away from me either.
Yep. Sandy said, I should move back to Alaska. I have thought about that over the last couple of months. Like you cannot believe. I have seriously, as soon as Mom passed, I thought about, you know what? I ought to just sell this whole fucking thing and get the fuck out of here. I don't know. My dad would have loved it here. And this has he's all over it. You know what I mean? I've got 2 separate rooms that are dedicated to my dad. And he would have loved this place, so I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it. Let's see. Tony says, actually, Liberty, you're the least safest out of anybody in the room. Hunt said it'd be safe in Alaska. I would think the energy expended to open a can by grinding it open with a rock or on a sidewalk would exceed whatever energy the food can would give you. Actually, Sandy, you can open a can on a piece of concrete in about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely simple, and you would be shocked at how simple. Google it. Go look on YouTube. There's guys all over the place that show you how to do it. 30 seconds. And there's no sharp edges, too. When you take the lid off, it's awesome. Oh, let's see. N4 says conditions are too extreme there.
That's the point.
Yeah, you got to be a hardy motherfucker to live in Alaska. Yep. And you better have an extensive skill set if you're going to be by yourself or out in the woods at all.
Now, I've heard a lot of them bitching up there about all the regulations and stuff they're trying to pass.
Yeah.
Which aren't going to matter jack shit when the grid goes. So.
There's a lot of them doing that. Okay. I just had to get that in. And I haven't played this for a while either.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day. Okay.
Sandy, the guy that invented the P-38, lives right around here in Indianapolis. Yeah.
I used to have one on my a P-38 on my keys, but it kept digging in it because I carry my keys on my belt loop, I got a little brass clip. And the thing, it just folds open, mine falls open, and it just kept sticking me in my ass when I'd go to get my truck. So I quit carrying it.
Well, you got an ass.
Yeah, I do. From my forehead to my toes. Okay, go ahead. What else are we going to add? Construction.
I don't know. What do you want? Pick somebody.
Construction. You got to have somebody that has some knowledge, engineering knowledge, or just basic construction skills or whatever, so that you can build shit. Somebody that's really good automotive-wise, or working on engines at all, working on small engines, or anything like that. You've got to have people like that. Preferably someone that has a very, very large toolbox that they can take with them, because tools will be needed.
And not just, old. You got to get the old-fashioned stuff too.
Right.
Stuff
well,
you don't need electricity to use.
Exactly. Yeah, hand tools. Extensive selection of hand tools. And look, man, they don't have to be Snap-ons or Craftsmans or whatever. If you only have a couple of $100 to spend to try to get a set of tools together, run out to the fucking Harbor Freight, man. A tool's a tool. A hammer's a hammer. I don't give a shit if it paid, if you paid $10 for it or $40 for it. A hammer's a hammer. It's going to do its job for a while, right? So don't think that you got to buy super expensive bullshit just to impress your friends. Fuck it. Sorry, I had to rant about that a little bit. Anyway, what else do you think? I just named off 3. So why don't you?
Well, somebody mentioned that you need to have somebody that knows how to cook over an open flame.
Yeah. You got to know how to build fire. So, somebody that's got some outdoor knowledge already, knows how to build shelters and stuff and find water and all that good shit. Those skills come in handy too. I'm doing all the work here, man. Are you going to name somebody or what?
I just did. You're just elaborating. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm the color
guy. It's your
guy.
fucking show.
I'm the color guy.
Oh, let's see. Who else would you want?
Have to have a
strong
strong back
chat room
to carry an old-timey hand toolbox. You're right, but usually guys that have been doing mechanicing all the time got strong backs. Sandy said more like a cart with oxen to pull it. Yeah. You should see my brother's toolbox. He's got a lot of money in it. It's big. But that's what he does for a living, right?
Smoke weed every day and well, I don't know, Gary. Let's see, who else would you want? You want somebody with knowledge for protection.
Yep.
Somebody that can scout the area, that knows how to, be silent and pay attention and,
spot shit.
Parameters up around your camp and all that kind of stuff.
And here's something else too. Like when you do get your prepper group together, if you're going to be a part of a prepper group, and you do like weekly or monthly meetings or every other week or whatever, have these people that you're assembling together share their knowledge with everybody else. Even if it's just basic skill sets of how to do this and how to do that. Everybody needs to share their knowledge so everybody can lend a hand when something goes tits up, right? If there's a big firefight and you've got 4 or 5 injured people, that one medic guy is going to have his hands full. So it'd be nice if everybody else in the crew knew how to stop bleeding and, patch this up and blah, blah, blah. And the same thing goes when you're trying to build a shelter, man. Everybody needs to lend a hand. So everybody needs to have a basic knowledge of all the different skill sets.
And do that now before the grid does go down.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no reason why your entire group can't go out and take a medical class, learn CPR and all the basic stuff.
Or just, even not taking a class. I mean, if you're going to do all that kind of, if you're just gather up on a Saturday afternoon out in the woods and do some shit. You know what I mean? Practice what you're trying to, gain knowledge in. Go out and build a shelter. Go out and try to start a fire on your own without a fucking lighter. Do that shit. Otherwise, it don't matter what you got between your ears. If you don't practice it, you're not going to be good at it. I know how to make a bow drill. Can you make a bow drill make a fire? There's a whole bunch of YouTube heroes out there too, and you run into them all the time. They think that they know everything on the fucking planet because they saw a YouTube video on it. When's the last time you did it?
I used to belong to Bushcraft. Those guys are awesome. You were allowed a backpack, and that was it.
Yep.
The rest was what you could find, what you could put together.
So what else? Firearms trained guys.
Well, they also need to know how to fix the mechanics of the firearm.
Yep.
Be nice if they knew how to reload.
A gunsmith, yeah. See, I got all that shit here, man. I got all those implements and stuff here. That's why I'm not leaving. I got entirely too much stuff to try to pack into a motorhome. That ain't happening.
You still have your motorhome?
No.
Oh.
But when I was thinking about selling this, I was like, I could get a really nice motorhome and load a bunch of shit in it and, hook up a trailer and pull the bike and... Yeah, no. Not going to happen. I'll be here. So now they know where to drop the bomb.
Yeah. They got bigger things to do.
I know. But eventually they'll get around to me.
Yeah, Jersey Dolphins, so clothes and stuff like that. Yep.
Oh,
you got to replace that stuff.
Yeah. Make your own.
Spin some wool from my Great Pyrenees dogs.
Yeah. So, animal husbandry is going to entail much more than just squirting milk out of a goat sack or whatever the hell they call them. Udder, I guess. Is it still an udder? I don't know.
No.
But,
I mean, that's more like you got to breed and what time,
right?
When does that happen? And then the birthing process and what happens if it gets stuck or, what happens if, the baby's not breathing or, all of that kind of stuff. What can you crossbreed together? If rabbits are good because they'll just fuck anything, but not all animals are like that.
Right.
What about your chickens? How are you going to? What if you have no hens that want to sit? Can you, take the eggs and hatch them yourself?
Can you? Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, it's
you
not
got
bad.
an incubator box?
Yeah, but a lot of people go buy the electric ones. Can you do that without that?
Yeah. How would you do that without that?
You just
would
got to sit on them.
Sit on them yourself?
Stick them in your boot.
Right. Oh,
for warm. Just turn them a little bit every day.
That one's overdone. Sorry.
What about somebody that knows how to be diplomatic with another group near you? So you're talking about somebody that can barter and has your group's best interests at heart, is not going to get taken advantage of.
So you have to have a PR professional.
Marketing department.
Public relations.
Mm-hmm. You laugh, but really, think about it. Things settle down after the grid goes down and people start venturing out a little bit, and now you're talking to a group, of like-minded people that are just trying to survive, and all of a sudden, you were starting to trade. You don't want to be taken advantage of. Some people would give away the farm.
Right. Sandy said,
it's a chocolate bar. Let's give them 3 pigs and...
Sandy said you have to be 3/4 of a vet to raise animals. So that's also true. Otherwise, it's too damn expensive, she said. So you got to learn. Usually, animal husbandry involves giving shots and setting breaks and patching small wounds and all that good shit. So yeah.
And they do get sick, get diseased.
Tony said we can go Chinese and breed dogs to eat. Man, you got a really dark outlook on this whole thing. Going into pet stores to snap bird necks and shit. And...
I like my dogs, Man, that's just one.
I could never eat a dog. Never. I don't give a shit how hungry I was. I couldn't eat a dog. No way.
But what if it's your child? That's
Sandy said, I don't have children, so we're good there. Sandy said, no damn politicians. But
eventually,
no politicians, just PR personnel. Somebody
no
will stand out there.
lawyers, no damn insurance business. Oh, there's the downfall of the country right now. There's the damn insurance businesses.
Right. You got to have one guy that you can set up on top of the hill to wave the white flag, so that you can see if they're going to throw bullets. Right. You got to have some dumbass out there to catch the first bullet, so that you know whether to run. Or
the fat guy that you trip.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So I guess there's too many kids at the David F. Town Bala household. And he said it's just too noisy right now. All his nephews and shit are running around.
That's good for him.
Yeah.
It's good to be around family.
Time to be around. This is a good time to be around family. I don't celebrate any of these holidays and shit because I know all the pagan rituals behind them. But hey, anytime that you can get together with family and share a little love and respect, and then I'm all for that. I'm all for that. No matter what the occasion happens to be. Just don't pray to the Christ Mass and sun worship and all that shit, man. Get past all that, right?
Well, in this one, we came and killed all the Indians, and that's the uproar right now.
Yeah, that's the one we're at right now.
Yeah.
We come steal your land and give you smallpox.
And if you eat turkey, you're just as bad as they are because, you're just enabling them. And I'm like, what?
Actually, there was absolutely zero turkey on the table at the first Thanksgiving dinner.
Imagine that.
The Indians, the Pilgrims ran out of food and they were starving to death, and the Indians came out of the woods and said, hey, we'll, show you how to eat and whatever.
No, they're more like, we're going to eat you.
No, it didn't happen like that.
But people don't understand, history. All these books that we have on history it's written by the people that survived.
That's so how it usually goes, man. History's written by the winners.
3 stories to every encounter.
Well, yeah, there's history, and then there's the truth.
Yeah, and if you think the Indians were the first ones on this continent, we might want to keep digging.
Oh, yeah? Who would it be?
Oh, it could be a lot of different people. It could be Vikings. I mean, it could be a plethora of things. They come and go. That's just it. Humans are nomads.
I'm pretty sure the Hopi were here way before the Vikings ever found this fucking place.
Hey, you never know. Like I said, they come and go. They're here for a minute, a few thousand years, and then they go off another direction and move with the seasons, and before you know it, they're clear around the world.
Mm-hmm. Because of the Tower of Babel. Okay, moving on. Who else are we going to add into the crew?
I don't know. What do you want?
Do you need
a chocolatier?
What?
A chocolatier.
A chocolatier?
Mm.
That would be kind of cool, I reckon. If you could find cacao plants anywhere.
I have them. I have nuts.
Very nice. You have nuts. That somebody's going to clip that and add it to something, and it'll be all over the internet in a couple of weeks.
Oh, who cares? You can't laugh at yourself.
Come over here, I'll laugh at you.
What?
If you can't laugh at yourself, come on over here, I'll laugh at you.
Yeah, you're good for that. That's okay. I have a thick skin.
Yeah. Did you say skull?
Skin.
I heard the SK at the beginning and just kind of, I don't know, sorry.
Zoned out?
Yeah. All right. What else we got? Okay.
All right.
So.
How about somebody who knows how to, well, that would come in with a physician, I guess. Somebody who knows how to deal with dysentery issues and dead bodies and stuff.
Yeah, we said that, Sandy. Carpenter, somebody knows has building skills, an engineer maybe. Someone that's really handy with electronic shit, that can take broken stuff and make it fix, make it work. Yeah, some kind of MacGyver dude.
Do you want somebody that takes a written that will document?
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Somebody, like a photographer or anything like that.
Just write down what's going on, what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's story.
What do they call those? A taker of the minutes? No. What do they call those? A historian?
A historian, yeah.
Historian? Yeah. What else would be good?
An entertainer.
Oh, yeah, you need a comedian. Everybody's got to have the Joker, right?
Yeah, somebody who knows how to play guitar.
That would be good, yeah. Music. Maybe a teacher.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah, someone to keep them occupied while other shit is happening.
And, well, yeah, because they need to still know how to read and write and do all that lovely stuff.
Saint said he has a big skill set, and he thinks that he would be invaluable. He's been told that he would be invaluable. That's the kind of person you want to be in a prepper group.
A jack of all trades.
Yeah, and that's why I've been saying it for years and years, man. Work on your skill set. Make your skill set extensive. It doesn't have to be deep. It just needs to be extensive. You don't need to know how to build a fucking high rise or walk steel. You need to know how to put a couple of 2x4s together in such a fashion that you can keep the rain off of your shit. That's the kind of skill set you need, right? Or
yeah, because we don't want the shit running into the water supply. So
right, exactly. That's
hookers.
Gary.
Yeah. That's the oldest.
You have to have women of the night.
The hookers will never go away. We don't have to worry about that.
That's the oldest profession, y'all. So yeah, it ain't going anywhere. Because there's always going to be a gold digging bitch that would not.
Oh no! Hold on.
Oh shit. I would think that you would want to have multiple generations of people too. You would want to have older people in your group just so that they can pass on knowledge that they might have that nobody else 10 years or 15 years or 20 years younger than them does. You know what I mean? Moral values need to be passed down. So you need to make sure that you, and hopefully everybody that comes into your prepper group is going to be of high moral character. And, everybody that I would think that if they are of a like mindset as everybody that's in the room today, they would have an extensive skill set already or be working toward that. You know what I mean? Maybe,
the only thing there I would be concerned about is the lack of respect that our youth has now for our older generations.
That's true, but in certain
situations, they think they're disposable. They would just as soon wipe them off the planet and stop feeding them and having to spend their money on them. And kids don't listen nowadays.
That's pre-shit hits the fan today, right? Post-shit hits the fan, most of those kids that are little snot-nosed assholes right now aren't going to be little snot-nosed assholes very long because reality is going to punch them in the fucking mouth.
Yeah,
right?
Some of them need it now.
So, yeah, well, hey, that's what it's going to take to wake a lot of people up, man. It's going to take the internet going down to wake a lot of people up because otherwise they're not going to get out in front of their computer long enough, right? The day that people wake up is the day that they can no longer look down at their phone and contact somebody.
And the sad thing is they don't know how to fucking talk to anybody because of it.
Right. That's why there's not going to be a whole... And, this is all by design, people. This is all by design. Because when it does go south, these people will be eliminating themselves quicker than any war ever could. They will be killing each other off at an exponential rate. And it's all by design.
We saw Black Friday. Good God. Imagine, and that's just over material possessions, TVs and towels. Did you see the one with the towels?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't watch any of that shit, man. I didn't watch any of it. I don't even care this year.
But imagine without food, what's going to happen?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Imagine without medicine, without their pharmaceuticals, what they're going to be like.
That's why it's, in my opinion, it's in our best interest to be able to just lay low for a few months and let the fuckers fight each other out.
Yeah, become gray. We talked about that last week, right? Become a gray man. Blend into the background.
Go silent.
Yeah, don't be the nail that sticks up. Let's see. What else we got in here? They said, watch the end of the movie The Road. That's a good movie, actually. Dumbing Down, N4 said. Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, man. It's to keep us all at their mercy. You know, everybody has to have their fucking hand out for something because they don't have the knowledge of how to do it themselves anymore.
Well, they've conditioned our kids to sit still on their desks and raise their hands and stay in lines when they go through lunch, and they're just preconditioning them for, you know, FEMA camps and stuff.
Yeah, I remember back when, Sandy said, I always wanted to learn blacksmithing, working with metal. It's a good trade to have, you know. Coal-fired forge, they've been around forever.
I love there's what the hell's it called? Forged in Fire?
Forged in Fire, yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah, that's Hollywood's version of being a blacksmith.
Yeah, but it's still cool. It's still, you know, showing some things.
It's amazing what you can do with a hammer and an anvil and some mild steel. It's amazing some of the shit that they make. Truly.
Oh, let's see. Anybody else? What else you want? Who else do you want in your group? I think we've covered all the major stuff.
N4 said there'll still be stupid people grabbing TVs when the grid goes down. You know?
Well, that's because, why? Why do they do that?
They think they'll be able to sell it. Quick money, right? It's all about the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil.
They are also in denial that the grid, that the government will get the grid back on within a week.
Yeah. I read a story, actually, yesterday, and some of these nefarious, greedy, subhuman people that are out there now, they are actually trading and buying and selling different uniforms for different big box companies so that people can sneak through the front door and steal shit on Black Friday, thinking that everybody else in the store thinks that they work there because they've got the uniform on.
Oh, no, it gets better than that.
Go ahead.
When I worked for a major pizza company, which I don't work for anybody now, so I guess I can talk about them all I want, huh? Anyhow.
Trade secrets, anybody?
We would have the car top sign stolen.
Did you have a non-disclosure agreement?
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, they can't hold it.
Yeah, true. Go ahead.
They're worthless. We would have car top signs stolen. You could buy uniforms anywhere. We had people...
They got them for sale on eBay.
Yeah. We would have people walk up to somebody's door, and they're standing there in a uniform, and when they open the door...
Pull a gun on them.
And rob them.
Seen it happen. Seen guys get called, you know, they call and order a pizza, and the dude shows up at their house in 30 minutes with the pie. They beat his ass, take the pizza, and all the fucking money in his pocket.
So it's, you know, either direction.
Yeah.
Rape them. We've had people raped.
There's just they're everywhere. These people, if you still want to call them people, these, I don't know, man, they're everywhere around us, and you just don't even get it, man. Most people don't even get it.
Well, they do it for shits and giggles now.
Yeah.
Wait till they're doing it because they think their life depends on it.
Gary said
right now it's just fun and games.
Yeah, the knockout game. Remember that back in a couple years back? The knockout game. Yeah. Those are the ones you got to watch out for, man. That's why I've been preaching to people, get out of the cities, man. The farther away you are from large population centers, the longer you're going to be able to make it.
Well, that's what it goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of the show.
Serious.
You know,
shit.
These people already live like this, and we're not like that normally. Day in and day out, we don't think about it. It's not, you know, we're just good, normal people, you know. But these people are living like this day in and day out. So when shit hits the fan, they're already there. How long is it going to take you to get where they're already at? And that section of time right there is going to determine whether you live or die through this.
Don't drop to their level. Stay above that level. You know what I mean? And that's why I preach about skill sets. Is, you know, the reason that those people live the way they do is because they have no way out. They have no way out. They don't care about their education. They don't care. They just want their hand out from the government, and they want to go around and sling their dope and drive their big wheel cars and blah, 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 blah. Right? That's their lifestyle. They've been in it since they were taught it. You know what I mean? They're trapped. Don't be those people. Expand
even after
your
the grid goes
set.
down, you're not gonna.
Not gonna what?
I don't know. If I had the option of
not gonna
releasing,
am I not gonna kick somebody's door in and steal all their food because I'm hungry and I don't give a shit if they are? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I have a skill set. I can feed myself. I don't need to steal from other motherfuckers. Am I raiding a grocery store? Probably. Absolutely.
So when is it acceptable to steal?
After the grid goes down, I don't consider taking shit out of Walmart stealing. After the grid goes down, no. That's survival.
I would have to agree. Now, if it was removing it from someone's house, what if the house,
stealing.
was abandoned?
That's what that's all, if you want to sit on the place for 48 hours and see if anybody comes and goes, then, good on you. If the door's already open and the window's already open and you're just kind of taking a look around and you happen to see something that you might be able to use, then hey, it all comes. But if there's people home, am I going to kick their door in and raid their refrigerator? No.
What if your kids are hungry?
I don't have kids, so I'm not in that situation.
We're pretending here for a minute. Let's pretend you do.
I don't pretend anymore.
Tomorrow
I don't pretend
the female
anymore.
of your dreams, and you end up getting her knocked up, and 9 months later you've got a baby.
What did I just say?
I don't know. I talked over you.
I have a skill set that will allow me to feed myself and anybody else that happens to be hanging around with me. So I don't have to steal from people to be able to do that. I'm going to post shit hits the fan. I'm going to retain my moral character.
When do you become subhuman then?
I won't. Because I'm not subhuman. I am created in God's image.
When do you think we cross that line?
When you lose your faith. I said it a couple of shows ago, and I'll say it more as time goes on. There's only one thing that I don't question, and that's my faith. Feels good, too. Would you cross that line? Lori, would you kick somebody's door in and take their food because you're hungry?
Not because I'm hungry. No. I'm doing everything I can possibly do to make sure my kids don't go hungry, or my grandchildren, for that matter.
Okay. I was going to say, your kids are adult children. They can take care of themselves now. They should be able to take care of themselves now. It's not your responsibility anymore. Grandchildren? Well, yeah, and I see that too. Having never had children, I can't wrap my mind around that kind of perspective. Having said that, grandchildren, I understand completely. If the kids come home and bring the grandkids with, then yeah, it's like, hey, Waltons. So yeah. And I think that, if we'd have stayed more like the Waltons in this country, things would be a ton different, man.
Oh, goodness, yes. The onset of TVs and computers and,
just the kids, the education system taught the kids that they don't want to be like their parents and they don't want to, take on the family business because it's a burden and blah. You go out and do your own thing. There's so much world to explore and blah, 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 blah. It's all about
I
family,
think
people.
it's
It's all
good
about family.
to
man.
go out and see the world, like
With
spend a
your
year after you get out of high school and go see the world, because it gives you a better respect.
With your family. I still think you should do it with your family. When you do stuff like that, you should do it with your family. After you move out and have your own, start out on your own path or whatever, then, whatever, you can go do your own thing or whatever. But if it was more family oriented, that's what they killed. They killed the family unit in this country. I remember back when I was a kid, man, we used to, absolutely by design. When I was a kid, we used to have the weekly dinner, man. It didn't matter what we had going at high school or any kind of shit. Dad said Friday night, everybody be at this house. 6 o'clock dinner will be on the table. If you're not here, you better be dead. And he meant it. Everybody showed up Friday. Jill and I both were there every single Friday. So. And it used to be every day, you know what I mean? We had dinner at the family table every single night when I was a little kid in grade school and whatever, every single night.
That's nice. I did not have that. I grew up in a broken home and, and then, when I got out and started my own family, I worked a lot. And
that's because that's what they wanted. The people that designed this whole shit and thing to fall apart at the seams. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted all of us growing up in broken homes. They wanted all of us not giving a shit about family businesses and whatever, They wanted it all like that. So that everybody would be disjointed and disconnected, and even family gatherings after shit like that goes down, man, family gatherings for holidays or whatever.
Reunions, family. Yeah. Well, I remember.
It's nobody. They get around to beat the shit out of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that goes back to who was I talking about? These anti-bullying things. Yeah. In schools, we're raising a generation of pusses.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look at the skinny jean, fucking screaming like a little girl. Can't kill a spider in their own fucking bathroom. Couldn't change a tire on a car. Don't even probably know how to spell tire. Yeah. Those are the men.
Oh, they know how to spell tire. They get wrapped up in all these labels.
Yeah, but they'll spell it Tyre because that's different, right?
Yeah, I'm bi, I'm poly, I'm, it's like, what the hell happened here,
Right. Let's back to the chat for just a second. Gary Troisey said add booze to the barter. To barter and drink. N4 said add tobacco to the booze list. Yeah, medicinal. Yeah, you can clean shit with it, clean wounds and stuff too. Let's see. N4 said add coffee to that list. Yes, coffee is going to be very, very valuable.
Coffee I can do without.
Well, some people cannot. So coffee will be very, very good barter. So will toilet paper, for that matter. Let's see, herbalist, because most modern medicines have their roots and basis in plants. That's a good one, yeah. Sandy. You want to have an herbalist on there, somebody that knows all the stuff.
Well, we talked about a naturopath.
Essential oils and stuff, naturopathy.
Yeah.
Let's see, mushroom specialist for both food and medicine, perhaps enlightenment.
Shrooms.
Ding, psilocybin, baby.
I'm gonna go grow me some mushrooms. Inoculate.
Jersey Dolphin said, when they go low, I'll go even lower. Are we limboing in the room tonight? Just checking. I like watching girls do limbo. That's pretty exciting. Especially the little Chinese chick that can do it on the roller skates, man. It's like she gets herself lower than her ankles. The rest of her entire body can fit between the pavement and the top of her ankles. She's an alien. Something like that, yeah. Let's see. I bet she won't be able to do it when she's 30. She's like 12, I think, or 10 or so. She's real. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's see. Tony said, we'll consider taking anything from Walmart. No, it's not stealing now. Yeah, right. Let's see. Get silver for antibiotics. Yeah, if you guys don't have a silver generator, learn how to make one or buy one, or you're going to need colloidal silver immensely. After shit hits the fan. It's going to be your go-to for a lot of shit. Let's see. Sandy said, I don't think I could just take stuff like that didn't belong to me. Your taxes paid for it already anyway, girl. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Besides, it all came from China.
And she might not need it.
Yeah, only take what you need. That's the way it always should be. Only take what you need, man. Not what you want, what you need. She said, I don't have kids. I don't know how to pretend. What to do if I had kids? See, that's the same position I'm in. You know, I can't get that mindset. I just can't come to that mindset. Never had children. Consider my dogs my kids, but still, it's a completely different mindset. You know, I don't have any mini-me's. I don't have any tiny humans that I'm responsible for. So, let's see. N4 says, it'll go bad anyway. I don't know what that's referring to, but yeah. Most everything will. Sandy said they tried to chase all the farmers' kids off the farm and into the cities, and they did it. They did it. Absolutely did it. You know, they all wanted bigger and better. They got tired of, you know, they learned in school. You really want to walk around and cow shit for the rest of your life, kicking dirt? Well, it pays pretty fucking good.
We went to monocrop farms too, instead of the way they should be set up.
That's true, because all the big ag got bought. You know, all the little farmers got bought out by big ag. You know?
Yeah,
they all got bought out. And as soon as you wave a fucking check under somebody's nose, because the love of money is the root of all evil. So as soon as they wave that fucking check, they were sold. You know, it's exactly the same way they're going to get over on everybody with AI. You know, who doesn't want a slave? Who doesn't want something you can just program to do whatever the fuck? That way, you know, hey, clean the house, man. I got shit I want to do.
What happens when we get hybrids with AI, which is what I'm following?
But what I'm saying is the 90% of the dumbasses in this country that don't think, you know, for themselves anymore, that don't, you know what I mean? They're going to be all in.
Yeah, they already are.
Fuck yeah, man. And guess what I'm getting for Christmas? A slave. I can program the motherfucker with my cell phone.
I don't need my wallet. I've got a chip in my hand. I could just wave my hand and pay for whatever.
That's how they're going to get convenience, right? Because
everybody wants to be... All of my medical records are in there now.
Nobody wants to have responsibility anymore. Nobody wants to, you know, I want to sit down and watch TV, man. Go clean my house. Tell my robot to go clean my house. We've had iRobots running around on your floors for how many years now? Decade, 2? Anyway, let's see. More from the chat here. Big Ag came. Yeah, she was talking about it. She explained everything. Let's see. The Globe Lie said, I think it all goes back to when abortion became legal. That probably got a lot to do with it, too. It all started in the fast track downhill side when stores started being open on Sunday. Globe, you deleted a message, man. Why do you delete messages? Don't delete messages out of my chat, man. I want to know everything you got to say. Everything. Cell phones done the most damage to communication face-to-face. Absolutely. I've seen people in restaurants, families sitting down for meals, and every single person in the family is looking at their phone. Mom and dad, the kids, everybody.
I've had my kids sit across the table from each other, texting each other.
It's ridiculous, man. Throw them in a fucking river. It was so nice today to be out in the middle of God's beautiful creation and not have to worry about my cell phone. No signal anywhere we went today. No signal. Nice. Oh, let's see. Cell phones done the most damage. Tire is the English spelling. Sandy. You would tell me that, yeah? Right? 31 Saint says, I stockpile coffee. Sandy said they stockpile coffee too. They didn't wave a check, Jimmy. My uncle was trapped by the market conditions. He was forced to go big to compete with the big ag, and then the bank took the farm from him and sold it to big ag. Yeah. They do that too. Anybody who wants to try to stay independent, they'll smash you. If they can't smash you financially, they'll smash you legally, which is also going to get you financially, right? because you got to pay your bloodthirsty lawyer, fucking shitheads, whatever. So, yeah. They got everybody by the balls, man. They got everybody by the balls. And until we realize that we're the ones with all the power, really, you know? I mean, because we outnumber them 10,000 to 1. Until we realize that, nothing's ever going to change. And
never going to happen.
It's not going to happen, right? The people have become entirely too lethargic and apathetic toward everything, toward their neighbors, toward their children, toward their pets, toward their jobs, everything. They just want to be online and be somebody fake. They don't want to live in reality anymore. They want their alternative reality. I reject your reality and substitute my own. That's what they want to do. Your dog's pissed off in the background, girl.
Oh. Nope, they're just not used to living here.
David Howard said, we always had dinner at home every night. I did the same with my children, and they are doing the same with their children. This was the deleted message from the Globe Lie, my other account. Oh, thanks, David. Appreciate you, brother. And that's the way it should be, man. And I hope they keep passing it on for more and more generations. You know, you are an excellent human, Mr. David. You are an excellent human. Thank you for raising your offspring to be excellent humans. I said it last show, I think, maybe the show before. We've gotten to the point, and I know I've said it 100 times probably, we've gotten to the point where we love things and use people. And it's not supposed to be like that. Sandy said, just went back to the big family reunion in southeast Nebraska in October, and they still have all the old ways. Awesome sauce.
That's awesome.
Should have took a video of it and put it up on YouTube. That way you can share it with people and show them what the way it's supposed to be. How many of you have a scanner at your house? How many of you listen to the police department and the fire department and stuff like that on a daily or weekly basis?
I've got one right here.
Have you noticed the traffic jumping exponentially since the first of the year, maybe this year, maybe a little early into last year, late into last year? It's just, and this is, I'm talking around little communities, right? I mean, there's only 12,000 people in Mountain Home, and all the other little burbs around here, the little podunk, little Flippin and Cotter, and you know what I mean? They're like 500-600, whatever. So we might have 30,000 people in the entire county, maybe. The fucking police are off the chart running shit.
It's probably the fucking drugs.
Burglaries. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, man. It's all meth down here. A bunch of meth.
Not just there. Meth is all over the place.
Yeah. Burglaries. Overdoses. Now, granted, there's a lot of old folks, so there's a lot of ambulance calls for old folks having, you know, vapor locking and whatever. But just the theft and the fights and stuff, the domestic violence shit is just off the charts, man. For the last, at least I know I've been paying attention, seriously paying attention for several weeks now, because it's just nonstop. Sometimes the scanner goes off in the middle of the night and it'll wake me up. It's just been off the charts, the domestic violence and all the fights and shit and drunk driving. There's been a lot of people busted drunk driving lately. So
people are agitated and they don't understand it.
And yeah.
Their frequency levels are going down and they don't understand it.
And they're looking to other things to ease their pain or whatever they're feeling, right? They're drinking.
And right now is the time they're out
and
buying things and stealing things because they think that's going to fix the problem when the problem's inside.
Right.
So after the holidays, I bet you're going to see a bigger increase.
Well, Wait till everybody gets home after the holidays and has to go back to them jobs to pay off all them credit cards that they maxed out trying to buy their kids or their family the latest shit that they told you're supposed to buy.
Or they were disappointed because family didn't show up and nobody got along and this uncle started this shit and this kid, it's just, we don't know how to be humans anymore.
N4, check out that Broadcastify. If you got analog scanner and you can't pick them up anymore because everybody went digital, check out that Broadcastify. They've got programs for all 50 states and some foreign countries too. I know there's some provinces in Canada they actually broadcast out of too. So if the county will let it go online, then you'll find it on Broadcastify. Baxter County will not. So I had to go out and get a digital scanner and try to hunt down their frequencies and shit. So. But a lot of them are, a lot of the counties around here, especially around big cities like Chicago and Philly and fuck, man, they got tons of frequencies you can listen to in some of those places. Sandy said society is crumbling. I think it's already crumbled. I think there's a couple of pillars still standing, that are strong, but the majority of the wall.
How far is it going to go down?
Been asking myself that question since I got on the radio, and before that even.
It's still got a ways to go before it completely goes down.
I think you're completely wrong there. It's been happening so incrementally that people just don't realize how far we've actually fallen.
It's gone down compared to when I was growing up. Don't get me wrong, but Look, we still have a little ways to go.
No, we don't. The U.S. dollar is all but dead in the world markets. The price, the buying power of a U.S. dollar is less than 3 cents on the world market now.
I was talking morals and stuff.
Well, that too, but I'm just saying, you want to know about the collapse, because it's all going to rely on the collapse, society. I got to tell you, the pedophilian things that are being brought to light now and how long they've been going on, that just goes to show you how far society's already fallen.
Why? That shit's been around forever.
That's exactly my point. We talked about it on the last show, and David and I did. People have known about the casting couch since I was a kid. I heard little jokes about that. I wonder how she got her job, man. I wonder if she sucked her way to the top. You've heard all that shit. We've known for decades what was going on in Hollywood, and everybody looked the other way. That's how bad society has been.
But it's been like that forever. I mean, sexual deprivation.
That doesn't make it.
Pedophilia.
That doesn't make it any different. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You said we still got a long way to fall. No, we don't, because we've been in the fucking gutter for decades already.
Decades.
Decades.
Longer than that.
I'm just telling you. Decades could go back 100 years, right? There's 10 of them in it. Decades. Society doesn't have too much farther to fall. Society can't fall much farther.
We said that 20 years ago, 50 years ago. I can't believe it's going to get much worse than this, and it has. Where's the bottom? Where's the basement? We think that it can't, but I guarantee you it's got a little ways to fall yet.
This area is swamped with meth and heroin. It's crazy. A town of 2,300, 8 miles away, is loaded with it. Same way here, man. Absolutely right. Just about dead, Tony said. My local city and county are not online. That sucks, N4.
There was a story about a small town down in, I think, Tennessee or Kentucky or someplace, where the painkiller prescription rate was twice as high as the population in the town.
Yep. That means they're going to more than one doctor to get their meds. Doubling up on their prescriptions.
Well, that just also means it's not all about heroin, too, or meth, or anything like that.
People are coming in from out of town because they know there's a doctor in that area that'll write prescriptions for anybody or whatever, yeah.
But we are so addicted to prescription drugs. Not just the illegal stuff.
I used to, back in high school, I knew a chick in my hometown, and her mother had a PDR because she worked at a motel. And every once in a while, somebody would leave a bottle of shit laying around in the motel, and she would bring the pills home and look them up in the PDR. That's physician's desk reference for people that don't know what a PDR is.
I have a nurse's.
It has little pictures of the pill and what it is and the numbers and all that bullshit. And she would keep the fucking medication and sell what she could sell and throw what she didn't want in the garbage. And so, yeah, that's,
nice.
Yeah. It's been going on for a long
That's one book that should be in your medical supply, quite honestly.
It
gives you your dosage rates for adults and children and all of that.
Yeah. Even if it's an old copy, you should have a copy of it if you can find one. I'm probably sure that they're pretty expensive to buy.
No, they're not.
No?
You can get one for less than $20.
Wow, I didn't think they would be that cheap.
Well, I have the nurse's version too, which is just as good as any of them.
True. They do most of the prescribing nowadays anyway.
Right.
You know?
We don't even see a doctor half the time.
Right. If you do, it's like you see the lab coat spin around in the office and they go, "Thanks for coming in."
Yeah.
Got to make that boat payment next month.
It's like, so is my bill going to be cheaper since I'm not seeing the actual doctor, but I'm seeing the on-call nurse? No.
Let's get ready to...
Whoops. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit that one. I meant to hit this one because that was fun. Cheaper bill at a hospital.
Gary should be an interesting person to have in your group.
I'm addicted to vagina.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that, Gary. Appreciate it. I think you just made a couple of lists in the room, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that we did just a duet for 2 hours. Hour and
You've done it before.
I'm telling you, girl.
It went pretty fast, actually.
After we got to running our mouths and stuff. But when I first took off and didn't have anything to talk about, I was like, I really don't want to do this show by myself. So I'm glad you showed up.
I'm going solo. You should see the text message.
I said, like, help.
Oh my God.
I'm solo. I haven't done that since UCY, So
yeah.
And I only did it for a few weeks there before Lance popped up. So it wouldn't.
I decided I'd come on. This will be my last time talking to you at my current age.
Oh, that's right. You have a birthday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell everybody? So they can send you a
card. I
already
did. Send me what? Chocolate?
A card. Chocolate, yeah, whatever. Can of ravioli, maybe? You seem to like that.
Yeah.
You said you had some in your cabinet.
No, there's no ravioli in my cabinets.
Well, that's one of the food things you were going through earlier in the show. Can of ravioli, blah, blah, blah.
I was just pulling shit out of my ass.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no ravioli in my ass either.
Oh, okay.
Don't even go there.
I'm telling you, man, there's like 4 or 5 different clips that people could just cut out of the show and, make you famous.
I don't care. I really don't care.
Do they still take that shit and turn it into a ringtone? Because it'd be funny if you called me.
Ravioli in my ass.
Yeah, there's no ravioli in my ass. Hey, Lori's on the phone. God, we're almost out of time. Thank God. Thank you. Yeah, made it through a show. Appreciate it. Well, David, thanks for not coming on. Lance, thanks for not coming on. Vaughn, missed you on the show. Charlie, thanks for not coming on. Lori, thanks for coming on.
It was my pleasure.
Appreciate it. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yep.
Wednesday, maybe.
Next Saturday I can't. I'll be schnockered.
Schnockered next Saturday. Wednesday though, yeah.
Possibly.
Catch it just before the booze.
The schnockering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll be in South Carolina all weekend.
That's cool, man. Pencil us in for Wednesday.
I don't know if I'm tanked enough and bored or something. I might just. No, that would be bad. That would be very bad.
Yeah, because it's hard to keep you, focused when you're sober. So.
Is that right? You can't keep up.
I'm shutting up. Besides, it's time to start the music. So, thanks again, Lori. I appreciate you.
Stay safe, everybody.
Hope you had a good bird day. See ya.
Peace and cookies.
Love, peace, and cookies. You forgot the love. Okay. That's the end of that call. Thanks, Lori. I really do appreciate it. All right. More music, everybody. And like she said right at the end, except she forgot about the love. She just said the peace and cookies. But love, peace, and cookies. See you guys on Wednesday. Stay for the music.
Universal nebula, seemingly asleep, spectacular, swimming in a dream, flying, see what is unseen, hovering quietly, gliding on a beam, free to believe anything meant to imagine, what we conceive is something less than could happen. Can we achieve anything close to creation? Nothing, except our own manipulation. Generation after generation after generation, it's the same. Repeat what has been made. Nothing's new under the sun, is just forgotten, buried into dust, rotten. Are we a species with amnesia, or do we choose to ignore what the ancients tried to teach us? Then of renown, the legends of the past, heroes of all that have all turned to ashes, they all fell down and return to the earth as the dust of the ground. What has been lost in due time will be found. Shimmering sphere giving gifts that abound. Humans are bound in rotation of time. Cells that repeat and revolve in our minds. Did we evolve by mistake out of slime? Without a purpose or a reason or design? Like Frankenstein. He's alive! Time cannot erase what you'll find. Your perspective seems to be the only evidence. Monkey man, do you think you are intelligent? You neglect to admit your own intentions. Been on deception, interpreted invention.
Today, as scientists announce the discovery of what is being called the Eye of God Nebula, spotted by a Hubble telescope, it appears to resemble a giant human eye. Some sane proof that God exists.
Universal nebula, carry us away, invisible, but we see you every day, praying. Got us on our knees. What is your will, Father? Please tell us, please. Circle the globe, human search for a reason. Simple solutions to a complex equation. Are we prepared on this earth of creation for something like an alien invasion? Spiritual war of the worlds, attack on our souls. And free will puts us at the controls. You hear the knocking? Are you forgiven? Saved? Your sins forgotten? Are we really simple mortals? Or can we rise to a place, paradise that's eternal? Be born again with no sin and no pain. A place of joy and pure love where he reigns as the king of all kings of all kingdoms. The lion roars to the sounds that we're singing. He bobs his head to the rhymes that we're slinging. We worship him, destiny is what we're bringing. Up in the lab, run experiments with test tubes. We're wearing lab coats underneath our monkey suits. We demonstrate imagination's quite atypical, and demonstrate our unique skill levels and lyrical. That's incredible, is what they're saying. We rattle cages pleased with the raps we're displaying. Battle for souls that are trapped and decaying. We're praising God with the trails that we're blazing into a known as like a magic wishing bone.